We see families from birth to school age since 1979, so we're coming into our 17th, or the end of our 17th year now, and we've seen many, many children. The work we do here is actually helping parents to help their children to learn in the areas of gross motor, fine motor, receptive and expressive languages and personal social skills. And we work on those areas specifically, as well as helping the parents find other services in the community, which also can be thought of as early intervention, such as any medical work or extra outside speech pathology. Families who have children who present with learning difficulties often lose track of just where their little ones are up to. And where a little person guides their family with talk and play, often a child with a learning delay, the families are left floundering. They really don't know where to go next. And it's the job of an early intervention teacher and educator to actually help guide the families into the next stage of development that that little one will be going into, taking in mind the family situation, the child's interests, what regular children do, and what the level that that little one is at. I think we were the first early intervention service available, and we saw families from all over the state. Gradually, as research showed that early intervention was in fact the most useful tool in helping children to learn, it became more accepted by professionals in the medical field. They started referring children to us. The families could see the benefits through other families that they knew, and they made inquiries themselves. The services the Early Education Clinic provide have an early childhood educator, special needs trained, a paediatric physiotherapist, speech pathologist, and we also have developed little preparation for preschool classes. Now, not every early intervention service will be able to offer that umbrella of services, but certainly the thing that the family should be looking for is somebody who really has good knowledge of early childhood, and particularly the one thing that probably is, over the years I've found that families do really need is good behavioural advice, because children who aren't interpreting the day-to-day things around them as other kids would often misinterpret behaviours that are expected of them as well. And so families often need guidance in those areas, come to us for advice there. We've seen babies who've only been a couple of days old. It really depends on the nature of the problem. But where there's a chromosomal problem that's been identified at birth, such as Down syndrome, and there are others, that where an obstetrician or a paediatrician will identify that this baby has a particular problem, the mothers have rung us from hospital and actually come to us in that first week or so. Generally, we recommend that the mums go home, settle their babies down to a good feeding pattern, get themselves relaxed and settle a new member of the family in, and then come and see us at about 6 weeks. And I think the first thing is to really try and reassure the families that there is help available to them, and that little things that they do at this stage are important. There's a lot of work in the early couple of weeks where the physios do lots of work regarding the positioning of the baby and carrying positions, how to wrap the baby to comfort them if they're a little bit restless at night, and the swaddle position and so forth. And then the other thing that's important is even developing at that early stage early language skills, the looking, the listening, getting eye contact, getting the little one interested in looking at a toy, moving the toy. So there are little things that we can help the parents with, but I think quite often it's to help reassure the families that there are other babies and families who have children similar to theirs that, and they've made progress. As a parent, our job is to help our children reach their fullest potential. And as a teacher in an early education clinic, that's what we're here to do. We look for the things that the children can do, and we try and build on those strengths, and we look for the things that they're having trouble with and say, well, let's work along and help you to get that skill up to the best level that these little ones can.